Welcome. It's Lisa here. What's Crafting Wednesday? Let's start by jumping right in and doing our drawing from my 2 tea holders from last week. And let me put my names in here. Okay, and we have, let's see who we have. We have Amy. Well, congratulations, Amy. I will get these to you. Okay, everyone. So those of you who joined me last week know that we made, this was my sample, and this was the one I made during Facebook Live, and it holds 1 tea bag. Darling little gift. So I thought tonight we will make one that holds 2 tea bags. So I hope you're going to craft along with me. Here is the tea bag holder closed. And just open it up here. And inside it holds 2 tea bags. Double the cuteness of last week, isn't it? Okay, so let's get started. So if you are crafting along with me, you should have your 3 3/4 by 12-inch piece of cardstock. I'm using Garden Green. And you will need a 2 3/4 by 3.5 piece of DSP. And then I have all the other materials that I will need for embellishing it. Our craft along, as usual, is just so that you learn how to make the actual holder, and then you can embellish it of your choosing when you can. Okay, but what I will be using today, I'll be using some Parakeet Party and Starry Sky and adhesive sheets and basic white. I also have the Cup of Tea stamp set and the Teacup Dies. And just like last week, be using the Boutique and the 2022 to 2024 In-Color DSPs. And one of my new favorites, the In-Color Baker's Twine. And Parakeet Party ink. And the new In-Color ribbon as well. Okay, so are we ready to get started? Take your scorer, and what we're going to do is on both ends, we're going to score what I like to call a hair under 3. Doesn't have to be real precise, but just so that it's not all the way up to the 3. So just a little slightly to the right of it. So it's just an actual hair or 2 under 3 inches. And then turn it the other way and do the same thing. Just that little hair under 3. And then also score at 6. Exactly right on the 6. Okay, and then we will need to make the pockets on both sides. And just so you know, the reason that we're doing this a hair under 3, so that it comes a little bit shy of the 6-inch fold, because if it goes right up to it, it'll be too bulky when you try and close it. So just that little hair under 3 gives you just that little bit of space on either side of the 6-inch score and fold. Okay, and so fold on your scores. And then this will be your 2 pockets when you're done, and then it will close that way. So just like last week, we're going to cut on an angle, but we're going to do both sides this time. So put your cardstock in so that your score mark is, and we will call it either the groove, as Carol said when I just had a total blank last week and couldn't think what to call this. And I call it a track. it finally came to me after Facebook Live was over. So line your score mark up, and we're going to cut it down to here. So you want to line it up in that groove or track, and then your corner down here that you're going to cut to, just put it so it's on this first mark here. It really doesn't matter where you cut it, but since we're cutting it on two sides, you just want to make sure it comes out as, you know, even as possible. So that's going to that first mark there, and this is going in the groove or track. And then cut. And what did I cut wrong on here? Oh my goodness. Let me grab another piece. Oh. Okay, let's try this again. Let me just grab another piece of cardstock here. I don't know what I did wrong there. Okay, I'm back. So we're going to start over, a hair under 3, and we'll go to 6, turn it around, and go a hair under 3. Now, what did I do wrong here? Let me see this, because I made this, I actually made a couple of these because I made some to give away. So somehow I measured this up wrong. I had it to there, and I have it there. And let's cut it again. Okay. I don't know what happened on the first one. Maybe my paper slipped when I ran the blade. I'm not certain, but my measurements and my instructions were definitely correct. So now we have the one side. So flip it over, and we're going to do the same thing with this side. Your score is going in the groove there, or the track, and then your corner is going down to that first mark there. Okay, I've got it this time. Now you just give your scores a good fold, good crease with your bone folder. Okay, so see, now you have that little bit of space in there so that this will close easily without having too much bulk inside. And now we take our tear and tape, and just like last week, just run a piece along the bottom, but this time it's on both sides. And we're just going to make our 2 pockets this time. So, no one made any guesses today as to what we were making tonight. Anyone that saw my earlier Facebook post, did you figure it out? My little teaser of let's double the fun? So let me know if you did. Okay, so now that is the base of our double T holder. And now we need our ribbon. I did this a little differently this week. Last week I ran the ribbon along the outside. This week we're going to run it underneath the DSP. So 18 inches is about a little bit bigger than your grid paper. Which, by the way, did you notice I now have my In-Color grid paper? This one here is Parakeet Party, which I thought was appropriate with tonight's colors. Okay. So now this week what I did was I ran a piece of tear and tape across, if you eye it, pretty much the center, but just don't take it to the edges, because remember our DSP is going over it and there will be a cardstock border. So just run it, eye it as best you can through the middle, like so. And peel that off, take your ribbon, and again, pretty much so that, let's just take this, because you want to have the ends, you know, fairly even for tying. That looks pretty good. So just take then and bring your ribbon across here. And then just to make sure the ribbon holds, I'm going to put another piece of tear and tape across it just to hold it down. And I will also peel that strip off. And then I'm going to add Tombow to the DSP. So if you're crafting along with me, just follow along. And then just add it to the center of the front of your holder. So that, my crafty friends, is the base of your double tea bag holder. If you have supplies available, craft along and embellish it with me. If not, just watch what I do, and then you can embellish it at your leisure. Okay, so I have all of my little bits here that I'll be needing, and I'll bring my little mini over. So I'm using the adhesive sheets again, and I already have everything pre-cut to the sizes I need. So let me just get this here started. That's always the hardest part, grabbing the little corner to peel off of the adhesive sheet. And I'm just going to put it on top of the basic white. And then I'm going to get my dies out. And with that, I'm going to cut this pretty one and use it as an overlay. And the reason I'm using the adhesive sheet on the back of the basic white is since once this gets cut out, it's intricate, so it's easier to adhere it to the cardstock with the adhesive backing rather than trying to put glue on it at the time. You know, so I won't have sticky fingers on camera. But I guess I do have a little sticky finger from the end of the adhesive. So let me just get this on here. And add my plate. And since this has the adhesive backing on it and it is an intricate die, I'm going to run it through twice just to make sure it cuts through good. Okay. Okay. So I'll just put that off to the side for now. And then I am going to cut a Parakeet Party. Just with the plain teacup, no adhesive backing, just going to run this through. Okay. And then I have that teacup. And then we're going to cut out one more teacup. But this one will be using an adhesive sheet also. So let me peel that back. And again, it's just because I want to pop these up with dimensionals, and the DSP is not as thick or heavy as the cardstock. So I like to put it on a backing of the cardstock. I mean, it's really not necessary. You don't have to take that extra step. But I just like to do it. Actually, for the sake of the video, it would be quicker if I didn't do it, but I'll just show you how it's done. And then we put the DSP on top of it. And my teacup. And then we'll just run this guy through. And then we'll be ready to embellish the front of the tea bag holder. Okay. I just love having my little mini here. If you don't have a mini yet, definitely consider getting one. It's so good to sit here and reach over for it rather than getting up. Okay, let me pop this here out, and I don't have my tool here, so let me quickly pop these all out with the tip of my scissors. There's a lot of little bits to get out of here. I'll be as quick as I can. I probably should have pre-cut one before and had it ready and then just showed you how I was cutting it, instead of having you have to watch me pull all the bits out. Especially since I don't have my, as I like to call it, my pokey tool. All right, let me just get all these out. And when you use the adhesive sheets and the intricate dies, it's just a little more work to get the bits out because of the adhesive. But I'm almost there. Almost ready to continue with our adorable little project. So has anyone made any tea holders since last week? I know some of you said that you will be making them. I'd love to know if you have yet. I'd love for you to send me pictures and show me what you made, how you embellished yours. Just almost have the little pieces out. Now, if you just cut this regularly with the cardstock, the pieces come right out. It's just because of the adhesive backing. Really sticks together. But it certainly is a savings when you are attaching it for a project rather than gluing it. All right. So you see how well the adhesive sheets stick, right? Okay. Sorry it's taking so long. But also when you try and do something with people watching, you don't get it to go as smoothly either as when you're just sitting here by yourself doing it. Okay, so what I did with this here, I peeled the backing off and then I just adhered it to the Parakeet Party teacup. So you just have to get the corner and lift the adhesive up. And then just kind of line it up on one edge, and then it should go right over. And how pretty is that? Okay. Now what I did here, I actually placed them where I wanted them first. And in case you didn't notice, the reason I chose this DSP and this overlay on the teacup was to match the teacups here in the DSP, which I ended up pretty much covering up with my teacups. But So you have the polka dot one there, and then you have the Parakeet Party with the white and the teacup. So I just placed them where I wanted them, so I had the spacing right. Oh, I tilted them. Okay, and then I took this one off, added my dimensionals, and I'm not putting it all the way to the top because the Parakeet Party one is going to slip underneath the top of this. So I left a little space there. And just put this over on the handle. Rid of my backings here. And then just put that back tipped. And now we'll bring on our dimensionals for this one. So now we'll put them right up to the top here. And let me get the one for the handle. And then we'll put that one there. I'm going to pull off the backings, and then I'm also going to use a little bit of Tombow on the front, just so it adheres underneath there. Just a little bit. Okay. And then I'm just going to tuck it underneath there. How cute. And all that's left now is just our little Teabag tags on the inside. So I have Parakeet Party ink. And I will stamp the 2 tea bags. And I'm missing a stamp. Oh, I know what I did when I cleaned it before, or when I made this. I must have put it away. So let me just take that back out. Okay, it's time for tea. See? No one's perfect, right? And then, there's the block. Okay, and this one says enjoy. And then we will just quickly die cut these. Let me bring my little mini back. I'll run one through. Wish there were 2 of these dies in this set. There's 2 of the little tiny tags, but there's only 1 of the larger tag. Okay. That aside, let's cut our other one out. Okay, let me move Mr. Mini. Oh. All right, now I am ready. Put my die back over here. So I use the Parakeet Party Baker's Twine. So happy we have this In-Color Baker's Twine. And I didn't really measure it. It's, I don't know what I cut, maybe 3 inches. And And on the back of the tags, I ran a little bit of tear and tape to adhere the twine to. Pull both of these backings off here. And then just want to leave a little bit hanging on the bottom. I probably could have left a little more than that, but it is what it is. And a little bit hanging there. Okay. And I did not use dimensionals this week because I didn't want that much bulk since we have the 2 tea bags. So I use glue dots. Gives it a little bit of dimension, so it's not completely flat, but it's not as thick as if I use the dimensionals with it. Okay, so I put Enjoy on this side and a couple of blue dots over here. And I think just one more. And it's time for tea. It's always time for tea, right? It's like for happy hour, it's 5 o'clock someplace. Well, it's always time for tea. And what I did here, just like last week, I put the baker's twine, tucked it in, and then I took a piece of tear and tape just to adhere the baker's twine on the inside. And another piece for the other side. So just tuck that in. And put that over it. And we add the tea bags. Super cute. And now the test is to tie the ribbon again. Always very stressful on camera. So let's see how I do. May or may not make it on the first try. I made it on the first try, thanks to my trusty tweezers helping me out. Okay, just trim these tails a little bit. And I'll tie this other one back up. Let's see if I can get this one again on the first try. Can she do it twice in one night? Let me see if she can. By golly, I think she's got it. And I did. Huh, sometimes I amaze myself. You watching, Wendy? What do you think of that? Just make it nice and tight. Okay, so there are our 2 double tea bag treat holders. So everyone, what do you think about tonight's project? Just compare it with last week's. A little shorter and a little wider. But they're both darling. They're both super cute little gifts to give. Little thank yous, little hellos. What you could also do with this one, you could put a tea bag on one side and gift card on the other. We have thank you stamps in this set, so you can use a thank you sentiment with it. But that would be super cute. Teabag on one side and the gift card on the other. So lots of things that you can do with this, and just cute to even carry around with you, give out for a little gift when you run into someone. Okay, my crafty friends, that is it for us tonight. Few things just to let you know about. Next week, the last chance list will come out for the mini catalog. There will be a sale on certain items that are retiring. The In-Color Join Special, 1 week left, $99. Join my team. You get to choose $125 in Stampin' Up! Merchandise. Plus, you get the In-Color ink pads, In-Color DSP, a mixed pack of In-Color cardstock, and the In-Color grid paper. I think that's everything. So that's a nice bonus. And there was something else I wanted to tell you about. I know it's like track and groove. I'll remember once the video's over. Oh, I know what I had wanted. I had a couple comments about the ribbon holder. Actually, this is quite a few years old. I made this, I think it was In-Colors 3 or 4 years ago. Super cute. I'm surprised my peeps that come to my classes just never noticed it. It's on top of my ink pad holder. And each year I just change the ribbons in it. So this actually is Pineapple Punch. Since some of you did inquire about it, if you're interested in a class on making one of these, let me know, and we certainly will do that. Okay, everyone, I will see you back here, hopefully, next Wednesday. Oh, I know what else I had wanted to tell you today. Guess what I got to do? I had a sneak peek at the holiday mini catalog and the celebration catalog, both which go live July 1st. But I got my sneak peek today because demonstrators get to see that online ahead of time, so super exciting. I only got to browse through once today, so I'm looking forward to kicking back with a cup of tea later and doing some more in-depth browsing. Okay, everyone, next Wednesday, 7 o'clock. I do not know yet what we will be making. Hopefully it will be something that you're just going to absolutely love when you join me next week. In the meantime, have a very wonderful crafty week. If you want to become a crafting princess, you have until, I believe, next Tuesday to take advantage of the In-Color Join Special. Any questions, comments, anything you want to ask about it, just feel free to reach out to me. You can private message me, email me, text me. Don't forget to leave comments about tonight's projects. Let me know what you think of them. And if you make any tea holders, please do share what you stamp. I'd love to see them. So until next week, make it a crafty, wonderful week. Have a great Memorial Day weekend if you're here in the U.S. celebrating. Have a safe one, and I'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.